Anti-ice, ice detected. Right, ice is going on. Lovely. Okay, so we've got the seatbelt signs on. We're flying down towards Guardia Airport. We're currently coming into Apple. Got a bit of traffic around. Programmed is the RNAV 31 X-ray approach, which follows roughly the same course as the Parkway Visual, but we're flying the Expressway Visual. It's slightly different. So we come into Dials at 2,500 feet, roughly configured, and then we make a right turn. Let's have a look at the charts. So if I quickly put this window capture up, we want Chrome. So there we go. We're currently looking at the Parkway Visual, so it's basically just following the RNAV track here. This is the RNAV. We want the Expressway Visual, which basically says arrive at Dials at 2,500 feet or above. Turn right, heading 085, and then we descend to runway 31 via this expressway here, Long Island Expressway, and then at the Flushing Meadow Park we turn left, coming in, clipping the left wing on the right hand side of that stadium there, which should all be in the game to make a landing at 31. We're flying here the reversed radial 225 or 045 inbound to LaGuardia VOR. So I'm going to actually ask that to be displayed, and I'm going to use nav mode, and we can use VOR eventually. So that'll be our final approach track there. So we're currently descending to 5,000 feet, just capturing it right now. In a bit of cloud, we're above the, or well below the descent profile. I don't actually like America for how quickly you have to descend. You have to be at like 19. I had to be at 19,000 about 100 miles ago, which is almost ridiculous, to be honest. You're going to sit there at level flight at 19,000, descending at like 100 feet per minute for like an hour. But well, next time I won't try and argue. It is what it is. We just had New York control online, but mainly just got yelled at for not descending as quickly as he would have liked. But we're perfectly set up for the approach. In fact, I've now got a long section of level flight to deal with. So there we go. I'm going to engage the approach phase now. Let's go and have a look at these checklists. So approach checklist barrier is set. We've got the minimums as well. 1160 seatbelt signs on. Minimums are set as well. Auto brake selected, medium. And the engine mode selector is also on. Checklist complete. So weather-wise, at LaGuardia, we've got broken clouds at 5,500, 10 miles of visibility, 290 at 11, broken above. So the minimums for this approach are 5 mile visibility and ceiling of 3,000 feet. Ceiling's 5,500, which we're currently kind of sitting halfway in. So that's okay. If we now descend down to 3,000 feet, we'll get a good idea of what's going on. Going to use the arc now for this. So Dials is about 15 miles away. That's our next kind of, that's 2,500. Going to let the aircraft take over the speed control now. Turning into Apple, the Big Apple, you know. Considering this is a lovely approach over New York, we're not going to be seeing much of it at all. So this left turn should now, hopefully... Let's just have a look. We're doing a left turn now, so let me see what we've got on Volanta. There we go. So we are... If we looked at the left-hand side now, we should see Staten Island, New York, and we'd actually have a nice view of the... there we go, New York's just about coming into sight. So, visual approach in kind of nasty weather. Let's put the lever back into climb mode there. Let's check we haven't got any air traffic controllers online. Newark ground, Newark Tower. Oh god, dear departure. Let's set the. We've got the all that set up there. 4,000. Now we need to descend down to 2,500 feet before the next waypoint. Yeah, so that's dials. Let's do that actually on a controlled descent. You can see the bug is just about coming in there. I'm going to set flaps 1 now. Guardia traffic, United 266 Lima inbound dials for the Expressway Visual runway 31. Looking on the left hand side, just got the Liberty Island over there.
Okay, traffic, JetBlue 809 taxi, runway 31 left, y'all.
Here we've got, downtown Manhattan for New One World Trade Center, Brooklyn Bridge here. So there's a bit of visibility, so we can see something, that's good. Just descending to 2,500, aiming to be there at dials, so I'm going to put flaps level 2. So you can see we're kind of on approach there to runway 04, but we're going to break off to the right and hopefully find an expressway to follow. It's 2.3 miles, I think it's this expressway here. Is there any problem with these? Yeah, that's the expressway. So that's the expressway there. I'm going to follow that. Dials at 085. Let's configure for the landing now. Flaps 3 going in. Here's dials.
2,500.
So heading 085 now. Let's get to the final approach speed. So there we go, visual now. We're following the expressway here. This is the Long Island Expressway. When we come over the park.
Cargo looks 2502, pushing back cargo stand.
La Guardia traffic, United 266 Lima on the Expressway Visual with the Long Island Expressway following around to 31. Blah, 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 blah. So this is the expressway here. The runway's somewhere over there.
Hey, the cargo looks pushing. You think we can get by real quick? Lufthansa, but your call sign is you have time. I'm going to be pushing back in just about 2 minutes or so. Alright, cool. We're about ready to go.
Oh no, come on. This one's going to get... There's the... Oh, bloody hell, I had that freaking up the whole time, didn't I? Right, so we're looking for the runway here. This is the runway over there.
Do you want to wait for me, or do you want to go?
Still sitting there, we've got the stadium there, and this is the park, so crossing over the park and make a big left turn onto final. Looks like we're about 3 miles to go. Probably could descend a little bit quicker. So that's our runway there, so it's going to be a big left turn over here. Let's keep about 1,000 feet per minute. Guardia traffic, United 266 Lima, turning final runway 31 stadium.
Minimum.
Continue.
United traffic, JetBlue 809 crossing runway 22 right at Juliet.
Just keep coming down, keep it coming down. Keep it coming down, keep it coming down, keep it coming down. There you go, set up to final approach there.
500. 500.
The wind's coming from the left.
400. 400.
Lovely, right, that's not below 1,000 feet per minute.
300.
Got one red.
200.
Pick up the second red. We're just aiming straight at the mark now.
200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Touchdown. Reverses. And we've got decel. So we get here left. Contact ground.
Kennedy traffic, German cargo 8163, taxi to runway 31 left by Alpha Juliet.
Obviously, La Guardia doesn't look quite like this, being a skyscraper and all that. Just going to come in here.
Traffic JetBlue 809 departing runway 31 left, 4 point passenger to the south. Kennedy traffic.
Let's turn on that AP here. Set. Just sit here for a minute while the APU comes on. Landing rate 151 feet per minute. And yeah, we pretty much followed the approach routing quite okay actually. So if I just pop up that window again that was pretty much blocking the entire thing. Volanta. There we go. If I minimise Volanta, does it go out of the way? No. No, it doesn't. So, there we go. We have LGA DEP online, but they don't really mind us what we're doing. So, dials was somewhere over here at 2,500, and then we turned right, followed the expressway, crossed the park here, turned left, and then made a final approach there. Now, the stadium is somewhere over here, and if we look at the chart, we should have kind of crossed over this little island here. There we go, perfectly. So, this little island here is the kind of final approach fix, and the stadium is somewhere around here. So yeah, that went quite nicely, I'd say. The landing itself occurred just after taxiway Victor. So if I quickly go and check on Google Maps to get a picture of the touchdown zone, that'll tell us if that was any good. So Victor, and then just after Victor is the first marking. So the aiming point is on taxiway Victor. So Victor, this is the aiming point here, and we touched down just over there. So that's actually quite nice. And we've escaped to Bravo gates. Exactly, lovely. So APU is now available, so we can turn off the engines. And that means we can connect the jetway, please. Power catering baggage, power catering baggage. Here we go. So I'm going to have a look and see if there is a scenery I can find for La Guardia, because this is not so ideal. Considering New York JFK is done so nicely.
Bravo Alpha Juliet crossing 22 rate, then holding short 311.